Well, hey, hi everyone, thanks for coming. Although I don't think you really chose to come here mostly, we just sort of jumped into your space. I'm Tony Robinson, I'm local born and bred Gisborneite, 45 years of age. I'm a local lawyer, been a lawyer for 20 years. Youngest of three, my mother's family comes from here, my father's family comes from here. If you read Monday's paper, you'll see that I'm a born and bred Kaiti boy, Te Wharo, Alminster, Boys High, and then off to Waikato University. I've got a strong connection to Polytech, or to what was Tairāwhiti Polytechnic, and then EIT. My mum for many years was in charge of all the international students, so our home always had lots of international students, predominantly Thai students I sort of remember, but also I actually ended up with two brothers, Calvin and Gary Wong, are my Hong Kong brothers from living with our family for years, and my parents have stayed with their parents in Hong Kong, and we've been to their weddings and been to their christenings of their children, and it was quite amazing developing that relationship with the international students. My sister taught here for years. She taught primary health here as a trained nurse and educator, and my connection with EIT was playing on the cricket team for the Polytechnic, and I did really well. They gave me an award. It was shaped like a duck and it was yellow. That was my recognition of my prowess. Education, you guys are very, very lucky to have EIT here, but of course there are so many courses that would be more beneficial to you as students in Gisborne that you have to leave the region to be able to study. And it's a difficult thing for the EIT Polytechnic system to cater for everyone's needs, but it's something that me personally as a candidate for the Mayoral is very aware of, the need to provide opportunities for rangatahi, for young people in Tairāwhiti to get the education, to get the training, to get what they need to get ahead. We currently have over 1,800 young people in Tairāwhiti that aren't actually in employment or education or training. It's an alarming statistic. The cost that the ministry puts on these young people is $22,000 each. That's about $40 million worth of cost of young people not doing, not achieving, and not realising their dreams and goals. Council has a role and responsibility in that. Those 1,800 young people didn't get to be there overnight. This is a situation which has brewed for a number of years, and Council really needs to pick up the ball, particularly working with rangatahi and the youth in our community. We need to reinstigate the Youth Council. We need to reinstigate programs and a youth strategy, which I've been working on, and a recent release of a youth strategy paper has come out in the last few weeks. So there's some pretty exciting things happening for the young people of Tairāwhiti. There's no suggestion that EIT is going to go anywhere soon, but what we do need to have is conversations about increasing the opportunities that EIT provides for you. And then when you've graduated, what can you do? Because we don't want you guys leaving here thinking you can't work here, there's no job opportunities for you here. Recent survey shows 74% of young people thought they had to leave town to get the job they wanted. And that's really crazy, because there's so many exciting potential opportunities in Tairāwhiti, and the council's job, and particularly the mayor's job, is to really wave the flag, shout from the hilltops, Tairāwhiti rocks, we've got lots of opportunities here, attract businesses here, attract whānau back, and make this place as livable and as attractive as possible. So I'm standing for Mayor. Meng's been Mayor for 15 years. He's achieved a lot of things during that time, but there are a number of things that could be done differently, and a lot of people say done better. So it's time to change, it's time for real change people are crying out for, and I want to be able to do that for the people of Tairāwhiti. Kia ora koutou.
Well, kia ora whānau. I'm Geoff Milner, and it's actually good to be here. I feel like the four of us are sort of part of some sort of travelling circus, as we've just dropped into the hub here to show our wares, to have some fun, but also to just share with you what makes us tick. It's a bit of a homecoming being here. I don't want to say I am EIT, but I did serve on this organisation on the council and chaired the council between 2007 and 2011. So there's some familiar staff faces here, and kia ora Michelle at the back in the kitchen. It's good to be here. I really, for those 4 years and those years which led up to the decision for Tairāwhiti Polytechnic to transition to EIT Tairāwhiti, was really a decision that we made about preserving and enhancing tertiary education offering in Tairāwhiti. So it's good to be here amongst the vibe and the buzz of the students who have been here. So who am I? I'm a 48-year-old husband to Robina. Robina herself used to work at this organisation in HR. So again, I used to come and pick her up for lunch, have lunch here. I'm also the father to 2 children, Coral and Jack. So I love this place of Gisborne, Tairāwhiti, East Coast, as do our other candidates. I just want to honour the Mayor here today because this is about the 3rd or 4th Meet the Mayorals that we've been to. And as the sitting Mayor, it's easy for us to, I guess, throw stones and say if we were in the seat, we would be doing this. So I just want to honour Meng that he's been in the seat and he's done that. But today is a new day. We think there's a new opportunity for you, the voters, to ask yourself, where are we right now and where can we be in the future? So our campaign slogan is hashtag Team Milner for Mayor. So I want to encourage everybody who's got their cell phones today to log on to Facebook and like our Facebook page, Milner for Mayor of Gisborne. You can track our journey. We're having heaps of fun. This is all new to us. We're really enjoying getting out to meeting some farmers, getting out tomorrow to meeting some elderly people who are passionate about this district. So we're having fun on this journey. On a serious note, I think I'm capable of leading this district into a new era. Team Milner for Mayor is not about an individual. The Mayor can't achieve anything on his own. The Mayor can advocate policies across the district. The Mayor can cast vision, but on his or her own, the Mayor alone can't do anything. So we're about building teams. Team Milner for Mayor, team being together, everyone achieves more. And if this district is to realise and build on the good things we've done, but go to another level, we need to bring people together. And that's what I'm campaigning on as the next Mayor of Gisborne, is bringing people together, bringing business and council together, bringing iwi and non-iwi together, bringing the people who have plenty of pūtea and those people who aspire for work together to come up with solutions that are strictly Tairāwhiti solutions. I love the fact that we're isolated. If we go south, we go over the whariratas, through Raupunga, Mohaka, rugged roads on State Highway 2 south. We go through the gorge, rugged gorge to get out of here. Now, that's a pain if you don't have a lot of money to fly all the time. And I was pleased to see the new plane flying out of Gisborne Airport this morning to Wellington. But what isolation does bring for us is it provides an opportunity for you and I, and for those who aren't here, to come up with our own solutions. You know, I'm tired of the government in Wellington dictating these projects, these pilots for Gisborne. We have the answers in Gisborne, you have the answers, and under my mayoralty I'm looking to close down silos, bring people together and championing this place to the world as the best provincial city New Zealand has to offer. Kia ora.
My name's Ivan Bishop, I'm local. Oh, he's local. I'm from Tauranga. But yes, I've been here most of my life. I love the place and I'm really here for the people of Gisborne. I did say a minute ago, you don't have to convince me about what you need, and you don't have to convince me of your hopes and your dreams. I know a lot of what they are. If you're doing the weaving course or something like that, well, I'm really keen to follow that through for you with adding to the immediate tourism industry the kaupapa Māori, to the new walkways that the immediate council are putting in place. I went over it last night and I couldn't see where we were in the plan or where our culture was in the plan. Not yet. Okay. If we're looking at education in the hope that we have jobs when you leave here, with that I'd like to say that I'm really for small businesses. I know our area is that limited. We've got the horticulture, which at the moment is already in place. We've got the agriculture. I know I was in shearing for a long time. But there's some other industries that I'd like to tap into. We have a lot of resources here that can create a sustainable income, which is what I'm about. I love the idea of when you're finished here, you have a job. But I'm more about when you finish here, we take the barriers down so you have access to funding for small businesses. I know Gisborne was built on small businesses, small family businesses, and some of those, a lot of those still exist from generation to generation. And they continue to create incomes for their families. So yes, jobs are great, but there's a time on those things, a lot of them. So I'm really about creating businesses from whatever your idea is. Gisborne's known for that, for being innovative. And that's about really my hope for our young people, is to come get trained. And I know the industries that I'm talking about, at the moment, I don't see any training for them. But I'm talking about beehives and things like that, and I think with those things, how many up here might, in this room right now, may know that their whānau can whakapapa to some land? Do you want to raise your hands? That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I saw go up, and the rest of your hands didn't go up. Those 5, the beehives are only months, less than a year, to actually see them evolving. Within 5 years, you're generating an income. You know, and you don't have to be any particular or any intellectual, because there are people out there that are willing to help.
Tuatahi e te kuratini e ngā tauira kei te mihi ora wāti ki a koutou. Ko whakakao nei kei roi tēnei wāhanga mā tātou. We te pirangi ki te whakatū i tēnei tūranga me ki wāku nei mihi ki a koutou. Me ki tāku nei mihi ki ngā hunga ko whiturangi tia. Ara ko tō pāpā e te hoa. Me ki ngā tini ngā mano o te tairawhiti ki a rātou mā haere atu rā. Hey, thanks Nikki for organising this, and it's fantastic to be amongst you. I got my welding certificate here probably about 1982, and I'm a good welder. And so it's a great journey in terms of us being here in Gisborne. My mum came from Hong Kong, and my dad came from China, and they came with zero. They came here with the shirts on their back, and we're just so blessed that Te Rāwhiti has given so much to our family. They started off in market gardening, then they started off at the Makaraka veggies, or the bargain veggie shop out at Makaraka. Our gardens were at Matawhero, and then we progressed and we bought the Kairi Mall at one stage, and then we had a veggie shop in the Kairi Mall at Lytton West. And so we've been all over the place in terms of serving our community and growing vegetables. And it's, you know, some people complain about the mayor attending tangi and birthdays. Hey, that is part of our whakawhanaungatanga. Our tautoko to our whānau is giving back from the time that you have given back to our whānau. And I just want to say that my wife and I are very pleased to continue this journey, if you allow us to continue this journey. We're actually quite excited about the new projects that are actually coming along. So the main thing for us as a council is to ensure that we make a beautiful place, and we all agree that this is a beautiful paradise that we live in, and we all make our own patch. But the council does have a role in terms of ensuring that the environment is taken care of. Ngā āhuatanga o te taiao. Definitely the waterways, we've got to improve, continue our improvement. When I first started this job, our tiko, our tūtai, our poos was just still running into the sea. And we've built a wastewater treatment plant to do that. And our continuous improvement of our waterways in the rivers, with the wetlands, looking after the environment is paramount to our well-being, not only for us here, but for the future generations of our community. We've ensured that your rates have been affordable, so if you're thinking of buying your home, that the rates have been affordable, and they're at around about below 3% increases each year. So that's important for our community. But we've done a truckload of stuff in our time. The new project that I'm really keen to actually finish off, and hopefully we actually get it started, is continue the walkway from Bright Street right over to Campion College. That is a fantastic walkway. The council actually proposed to actually have this walkway on Aberdeen Road. And you can imagine at 8 o'clock in the morning trying to cross over to the other side on Roebuck Road and into Lytton Road, it's an impossibility. So when I convinced the New Zealand Transport Agency and some of my councillors, we drove every inch of that walkway, and about 85% of that walkway is actually on council land. All of the Nelson Park, right along Atkinson Street, heading off to the Stanley Road, and then going back to Bright Street along the Botanical Gardens and all that sort of stuff. So that's going to connect people to work and people to school and education institutes like EIT. The other thing I'm excited about is Geoff's project in Papawhareki, because a lot of the assets have actually been built here on this side of the bridge, and it is about time to actually have a facility over the other side in Kaiti, so that our community can actually participate without going too far to the many sports projects and programs that have been running out of the Papawhareki, which is Waikirikiri Reserve. We want to connect the walkway from Sponge Bay right to Kaiti School, and I just want to say congratulations to Kaiti School being first off the rank for bikes in schools. And I hear that ECCT has actually funded, alongside the council, have funded the Ilminster project, which is absolutely fantastic because we know what the problems are. Ahua momo na tata. We know kai huka, karehe pai tēnā. So the hooker, I see the nurses over there, sugar, moderation, butter, moderation, but exercise is important. And so we're trying to create an environment of safe journeys for our children to actually go to school to learn. I'm excited this Thursday that hopefully that the council will actually vote for free buses for the kids from Kaiti to go to the high schools at Girls High, Lytton High, Boys High and Campion College. And the reason is because there's no high schools on the other side. And yet the people in Wainui, they actually get a free bus, which is hardly fair because, you know, generally the people in Wainui can actually afford it, folks, in Wainui. But generally, there has been up to 85% of the kids go to school when there was a free bus from the social sector trials. So going to school is paramount to open the doorways. I've taken many kids over to the Gisborne developments and Matapuna and to EIT. For those kids that actually not in the mātauranga trade, but they wanted to the mahiringa raupa, carpentry, painting, and all that sort of stuff. So I take them there and enroll them. They haven't looked back. They haven't looked back. Well, hoi no, that's sort of some of the projects. The other day I just promoted and I said, why can't we actually get the Polytech or Te Whare Wānanga and its artistry, Toi Haukura and EIT, or Turanganui-a-kiwa to actually design and beautify our poor Peel Street toilets. You know, get the community involved, because you go to the Kawakawa one, that's where they've actually got that artist and they paid them thousands, tens, hundreds of thousands to do it. But we can actually do it ourselves here. The council will pay for the materials and it'll be part of your learning, it'll be part of your journey of applying your skills that you've learned here and helping our community saying, hey, we built that wharepaku in Peel Street, because toilets are important, because you know, when you come to a town, the first thing you notice, if the wharepaku is paru, era haunga te taone. You know, so hoi anō, tēnā koutou, Tēnā koutou ki a tātou mo tēnei wāhanga ki au, he mihi atu ki a koutou ngā tauira. Mauri ora ki a koutou. Mō reira, tēnā tātou.